Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Starting 11 here on the Let's Get Ready Network. We had a little bit of a hiatus because the schedule changed over there in England, and then just some other stuff was going on. There was an international break, but we're back to talk about this past weekend in the English Premier League. Snark, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. It feels like they've all been conspiring against us, Adelia. I don't like it one goddamn bit. Sure, the queen goes and dies, but did she die of natural causes? Did she? She was only
She
96
was
years old.
96.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, she was 96 years old. God bless her.
Yeah.
Uh, anyways, great to be back. There'll be a little bit of a different kind of schedule over the next little bit. There's more not international, but there's Champions League play this week. Uh, Chelsea, for instance, has to play 8 times in the next 26 days.
Arsenal has to
So
play something like that too.
yeah, it is bananas. But you have to every step of 8 games in 26 days starts with a single game. And there was a whole bunch played this weekend. So we
Yep.
might as well get into talking about them. So we haven't talked about them in ages. Also, nice to see you, Adelia. Feel like I haven't talked to you more than my family in ages.
Yeah, we didn't just spend like 9 hours on a stream together on Saturday or anything.
Bananas. That was bananas.
That was crazy. Yeah.
We get paid by the hour, right?
No.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with the first match I have. The first match I have written down, I can't remember if it was the first match or not. Saturday was a blur. But we have West Ham against those poor sad sack Wolverhampton Wolves.
Those two teams have been terrible so far this year. So
Not great. Not great, but I expected good things from the Wolves this year. And of course, it's Diego Costa's first game, so I'm excited to see him, even though he's wearing that ridiculous yellow shirt. Looks terrible. Like, come on, you guys are the Wolves. Come on, figure it out. It's not great.
yeah.
Wolverhampton, get it together. Anyways, Bruno Lage's final game fired on Sunday because of this performance. Wolverhampton in the relegation zone, Adelia.
Yeah, it's surprising. You would have thought they would be doing much better this year, but they just cannot score goals.
Can't score
That's
a
their
goal.
problem.
I think they have 3 goals this year in all
Yeah.
competitions. 3 goals. That's
That's
it.
not good. It's not good.
Guys, this is the 8th week. How many did they play? They've played 8. 8 times they've played.
And 3 goals.
Yeah. By the way they're going right now, it'll take them 30 years to catch up to Holland by the 10-game mark or something like that. Guy's a machine.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Bruno Lage, we hardly knew you. No, hit the bricks. So still no name to replace him yet. They're gonna go with a couple of assistants. Something's got to get done. They might as well throw everything in a blender, see what happens, because they've been awful.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of teams that were awful and seem to be turning it around, thankfully for me, it's not like I'm a huge fan or anything, but I am a huge fan of a good man named Frank Lampard. His squad wins 2-1 this weekend. Of course, just over Southampton. I can speak from experience. Not all goddamn teams beat Southampton this year. But what are you going to do? Everton, big 2-1 wins. Moving up, I think they're just shy of the 10th spot. I think they're in 11th spot right now.
Yeah, they're in 11th. They're right
Yeah,
there.
they've played their full amount. They've played 8, but still, after the way they've started, it was looking like a living nightmare for Super Frankie Lampard. Glad to see that they're turning stuff around over there. To a point. I don't want them to get too goddamn good. Let's not get ridiculous.
Let's not get ridiculous.
They can come on. You guys, are you kidding me? They can stay in that 11th spot. That's fine. 10, 11th spot, fine. Frankie Lampard can have a job, feed his kids. He never made very much money, I don't think.
No.
Probably only made a few bucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of people that only make a few bucks, Liverpool.
Oh boy, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
The Liverpool.
Okay, so Brighton goes up 2 goals fairly quickly. They go up 2 goals. Liverpool comes back. This is at Anfield. This is at Anfield.
Mm-hmm.
They give it up. Liverpool, here they come again. They score 3. But it never looked like they had. That never looked like Liverpool was taking charge of the match at all. Just 3 strange goals. And of course, the 80, what is it, 88th minute or something like that. They they let in the tying goal again. These guys can't find a backbone. There's nothing to it. That back line of theirs is terrible, but their
Yeah.
midfield may be worse. It's so shocking. It is shocking considering how well they played the last 3 years. With losing Mane and stuff like that is a big deal. Yeah, of course. But still, there's so many guys like Salah. Still, there's all these, and
Losing Mane shouldn't affect how they play defensively all that much.
that's exactly right. You would say, well, maybe because they never had to worry about it with Salah and Mane and stuff. They never had to
Yeah.
worry about these discrepancies, and now people are starting to look at them. They've played a lot more. My, you know, maybe people have got a book on them. Who knows? But their defense is terrible,
Yeah.
terrible, awful. I'm not upset by it. I can tell you that. Liverpool, you've had
No.
it coming. Yes, suffer. How's Liverpool doing in the old standings? Not good.
They are ninth.
Yeah, not good.
Not
They're
good.
good old. They're right there with good old Everton. Come on, Everton. You bastards. He could probably take it. Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Well,
Everton
they did just have
just
that 0-0
facing
draw between Liverpool and Everton, so
unbelievable.
yeah.
This whole year has been topsy turvy. Speaking of topsy turvy, the next match was Bournemouth and Brentford. It was a 0-0 draw. Why bother talking about it? It's nothing.
Yeah.
There
Pretty much.
was nothing to it. Guys, not every match is worth talking about. The next match was, though, Palace and I always think of this. Good old Chelsea. I always forget what side my heart's on. I mean, people say it's because I don't have one, Delia.
Maybe.
I'm a human being.
I know.
How? Okay, thank goodness you did know. I was gonna say good. I thought you might have thought I was a robot or something. Nope, human guys. So good old Chelsea. Uh, Now they gave up the first goal. That first goal by Edward was a humdinger. There was no, I wasn't even mad. I was just pretty impressed. The cross was put on a spot only his boot could get to it. He had to slide to get it. It was fine, but that was like the only attack that Palace had all day. It was all Chelsea. Fantastic chances from Sterling. Alba finally, when I say finally, I think this is his first league game. Finally opening his Chelsea account. How did your heart feel when you saw that humdinger of a strike get in there, Adelia?
It was very strange watching Oba play this game because he played exactly the way that he didn't play for Arsenal all last year.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I could see Arteta getting frustrated with him last year. But I don't know if he went to Real Madrid and he just saw,
Barcelona.
or sorry, Barcelona, and just saw how people were attack, and this is how you do it. So he did it, and he was, keeping up with the pace of play. He's
Yeah.
not there for his defensive prowess, I can tell you that, but he wasn't sitting
No.
around and watching. He was finding spots. And that goal, he did that kind of spinning kick or whatever, and the hard strike to the ground to get in there was a thing of beauty. And then at the death, young Gallagher comes in, scores a cracker from
That was
just
a
outside
beautiful goal.
the box. Yeah, your young man there, Mr. Pulisic, with a nice pass to set him up in space. And I thought it was classy. Gallagher didn't celebrate his first goal for his club. His first goal, and this is his club. He's been there since juniors. Grew up in the academy. Lent to
Hmm.
Crystal Palace last year. Patrick Vieira was a big fan of his. We took him back. scores this big goal against Crystal Palace and smiles, but doesn't celebrate. A classy move at Selton Park. Uh, Hopefully one of hundreds, nay, thousands to come. Any thoughts on Gallagher scoring more than 1,000 league goals?
That would be impressive, but he still probably would be behind Holland at this point.
He'll be behind Holland from this year. He could play his
Yes.
entire career, get 1,000 goals. We're going to get to Holland. We're going to get to Holland. Fulham, Newcastle.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
yeah, it turns out it's tough to take a straight red card in the first 7 minutes
Yeah.
because you're going to get hammered. And they got hammered. 4-0, and then a late goal to salvage some sort of pride, I guess, for Fulham. But 10 men down for 83 minutes. Don't expect to win unless you're Chelsea this year. Next, we'll talk another game. Let's talk maybe. There's two huge derbies this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. I think we'll talk about the one that's closest to your heart first. We'll talk Arsenal Spurs.
This was good. This was good.
It was good.
Um,
Was it
it was good.
good?
We haven't had this issue of beating Spurs at home since Mikel Arteta has become the manager. Mikel Arteta has never lost to Tottenham at home at Emirates Stadium as
What
a
a
player
bragger.
or a manager now.
What a bragger.
So I had good hopes, high hopes going into this game. Definitely continued in the game. I slept through this game so that I could be on the Schmodown stream all day on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, but I have watched it now, and it was just a joy to watch us sort of dismantle Tottenham the way that we did.
It's always fun to see Tottenham lose. I'm not going to deny you that. That opening goal by Thomas was a hell of a strike.
That was a great goal.
Is what a way to break the ice in that one. What did you think of the penalty? The penalty where Kane gets to go to the spot,
I
tie the
mean,
game. Iffy.
yeah. I don't think it's a penalty, but I feel like that's a lot of Arsenal bias at the same time. So, what do you
I've
think
seen
of it?
Anthony Taylor let like a beheading go. Like he will allow
Yeah.
anything go, or you would think, and all of a sudden he's calling that. But he also makes another kind of odd call in a little while later in the game. What did you think about the straight red?
Um, I can understand why it was a straight red. I also would have understood if it was just a yellow.
Yeah, I thought Royals. It was a bad challenge. It was a bad
Yeah,
challenge.
it's a bad challenge.
If it was, I see it red. If there was a chance of it leading directly to a chance on goal, from where it was, no, I don't think so. But I'm not gonna cry for frigging Tottenham.
Yeah.
And I still wish Anthony Taylor got hit by a car when he was leaving the stadium, died there. I'll always hope that. I'll always hope he has a heart attack and drowns in his bathtub. Except he probably doesn't take a bath because he smells. I don't like him. But still, 10 men, Tottenham, no match.
Yeah.
Jesus' goal, Gabby Jesus,
That was
just
a big error
hard
from
work.
Hugo Lloris.
And hard work. That's hard work down there. He,
Yeah.
he took he took on the keeper and a man draped all over him. Didn't get a foul, which is good. He didn't kick anybody. He just played ball. I thought they had a really good time, a really good game. I'm very jealous of the way that Arsenal's playing. I don't like it. I don't like it for me.
Well, I
Uh,
like it for me.
pretty, come on, pretty selfish. Anyway, so is there a nicer vision than an upset Tottenham fan? I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, their tears warm my home. And I
I
live in
think the
Winnipeg.
only nicer vision I got all weekend was the Man United fans leaving before the first half was over.
We're gonna get to it.
Manchester
We're getting
fans.
to it. Unbelievable. Okay. Do you want to just jump to that? You want to talk that
Yeah,
game?
let's just
The
jump
next
to
one's
that.
next one's Leeds at Villa. Guys, no score again. Who gives a shit? Leeds and
Yeah,
Villa.
Leeds and Villa.
Good on you. Leeds and Villa. The Manchester Derby at the Etihad.
6-3 seems like an extremely flattering score for Man United because there's no way
Incredibly
that
flattening.
they
Oh my
could
God.
have had 3 goals in that game, and 6 goals seems like way too few.
It's
City.
unbelievable. It was like they sent the wrong bus. It's like they
Yeah.
sent the academy out to play these guys. There was nothing. And Ten Hag did nothing. He used all 5 substitutes. By the time they put on Fred when it was like 6-1.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're gonna put on a defensive midfielder now, 6-1. You're gonna try and limit the goals they score now. Ten Hag, poor old Cristiano Ronaldo, sitting there making his
What
3.5 million pounds he makes this week to sit on the bench again.
What do you think of Ten Hag's comments that he didn't put him in because of he wanted to
That the
protect
legacy,
Cristiano's legacy? What?
bullshit, bullshit,
Just what? It makes no
ridiculous.
sense.
It's
What is
ridiculous.
the point of them buying Casemiro from Real Madrid if they don't play him?
Yeah.
Like,
What?
I'm so confused by Man United this year. I'm happily confused by them
And it
because
looked like they were turning it around. They had a good run of play. That they beat
they,
Liverpool.
they beat
That run of
us.
play, yeah, that run of play was excellent. What
And now it's
happened?
this.
And it isn't just this derby. Because let's face it, Holland is going to score 3. He scored this is his last 3 home matches, 3 hat tricks.
Yeah.
The guy's playing FIFA. He's some snot-nosed kid eating chips, yelling at his mom to get him another Dr. Pepper. Out there on the pitch. What? And it isn't just the 3. The 2 goals, he also set up 2 goals. And those ones that Fofana weren't, those are no joke. He's just better. He's better. He's 23 years old.
Yeah, I didn't
How
think it would
dare
ever be
he?
possible for someone to come into the Premier League and score goals the way that like Cristiano and Messi used to score goals in La Liga. But I am changing my mind on that watching Erling Haaland because he's a freak.
He's a monster. I think I read some today. He has 8 hat. How many does he have? How many hat tricks does he have now? I think he has almost as many hat tricks as Ronaldo does already at 23.
It's
It's
ridiculous. Let me see if I can find that stat.
it is bananas. He has 14 goals this year. Guys, they played 8 games. He's averaging just under 2 goals a game. I heard he gets a goal every 13 touches.
That's nuts.
This is bananas. This isn't right. People say that I'm a robotic monster. Well, I can tell you Norway's been building one for 23 years. And they look like they finally perfected it. Also, he doesn't get to go play in the World Cup.
Nope.
He's going to rest.
Can you imagine what he would do in the World Cup in this form?
No, well, they're still the Norwegians.
That's true.
Unless he can play goal and defense and midfield, I think people will be fine. But they would always score 2 goals. It's just letting in 2 or 3 or 4 every game.
Yeah.
I think Salah's record is it like 32 goals in a 39 game season, 38
Something
game
like
season.
that. Something like that.
Holland is going to have this maybe just after the break. He might have it before January. He might have 32 goals by January. The way he's going, it's bananas. It's bananas. He could score 50 goals. That's not unreasonable. He's on pace for more. But you're not going to get 3. You wouldn't imagine. He's not going to get 3 goals every 2 games.
Okay, here's
But he
the
might.
Holland hat trick stat. He has
Oh,
3
boy.
Premier League hat tricks in 8 Premier League appearances. That's the same number of hat tricks as Cristiano Ronaldo has in all of his Premier League appearances.
Mm-hmm.
The previous number of appearances to record 3 hat tricks were by Michael Owen, who took 48 games. So 40 less games for Erling Haaland to get this record. He's also the first player in Premier League history to score hat tricks in 3 consecutive home games. It's nuts.
This kid is bananas, and shaking my head because I remember reading those stories about Chelsea trying to get this kid from Borussia Dortmund. And if we had, we had an owner who, turns out is an evil, terrible person who's always seems very nice, but nothing we can do about that now. But we got this new American owner. It's like, guys, we're gonna start winning, so we're gonna start paying. How the amount of money he's offering, guys? Like Holland signed, what was it, 3 days or 4 days before Bowley took over. If you had to hold out, would Bowley have given him an extra $100 million? He might have. This is crazy.
I don't
This
know.
kid is an absolute superstar. He doesn't get to play in the World Cup, which is bananas. He gets to rest for a month. He gets to rest for a month, guys. He has to take it easy for a month.
Yeah. He's
Unbelievable.
gonna obliterate that record of Mo Salah's.
Yeah, this is it's not a question of when, it's by how many.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't see him not getting 50. Like I think it's a legit number he could reach, which is bananas.
Yeah.
It'd be like someone approaching Gretzky like levels, Hull like levels, 85 to 90 goals in hockey. It'd be like somebody hitting 74 home runs in baseball without juicing, guys. Without juicing. Guys, without the juice. At least as far as I know,
Yeah.
there's no way this kid's juicing. There's no way.
No.
But he probably does take unleaded fuel because he is a robotic monster.
I just don't understand how it is that he is so tall. I don't understand how you can leave him that wide open.
Well, who's going to stop him? He is
I mean,
so tall,
true,
but he's
but
thick. He's just so much bigger. He's
yeah.
fast. He's got those long legs too. He can jump. He's accurate. It makes me hard. It's so hard to hate this kid. I don't hate him. It drives me nuts, and I should hate this kid. I should hate everything about him, but I don't. I'm impressed. I don't like it.
We should mention Phil Foden also scored a hat trick in this game.
Yeah, two of which set up by Holland.
I heard
Uh,
a stat also that Phil Foden has gotten to 50 goals under Pep Guardiola faster than Lionel Messi got to 50 goals under Pep Guardiola, which is pretty nuts.
yeah, two different kinds of players.
Yeah.
It turns out that Messi kid's all right too.
Yeah, just little.
Shame watching him circle the drain in Paris. Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, don't feel sorry for him. We know he'll never win the World Cup. He's done okay for himself, guys. He'll be fine. He's got a little nest egg. He'll be just fine. Lionel Messi. Oh, Paris. What are you gonna do? Right. So I looked up quick. The record, the all-time, like the 32 goal Salah scores is the Premiership record.
Mm-hmm.
The all-time record for goals in England was by a guy named Dixie Dean, which was an awesome name. I have no idea
Great
if he has
name.
a last name. No idea if his last name or not. His last name better not be Dean. And his first name better not be Dixie. That better be some kind of weird nickname he got, especially since he's, probably from England. Dixie Dean. 60 goals. Now,
60 goals.
yeah.
How many games was that?
Oh, back then there was probably like 250.
Yeah.
They probably played like 2 or 3 times a day or something like that. A bunch of weirdos. It's the 1920s. They had nothing else to do before the stock market crash. I don't know how much it affected England. Actually, I have no idea. I've never known. They probably did fine. Probably, I guess they didn't really farm much, but there was probably something they could do to keep themselves occupied. One of which was playing 4 or 5 games a day, 400 days a year. They had extra days back then. It was just before the war. The war caused a whole bunch of days to go away. But we had a game today as well. The battle for the bottom, Adelia.
Mm-hmm.
As and from the run of things, I've admitted that on this very program that I have a soft spot for Forest. I'd like to see them do well. Turns out they're not doing well.
No, they're not.
Nope. They're not. They look good. There's so much pace to their game at points, and it looks like they're defending well. But as soon as something bad happens to these guys, they fall to pieces. Today they
Yeah.
had one go off the post. After that, it was an absolute onslaught by Leicester. Even Leicester got unlucky, missing a couple in tight headers. Vardy missed one, for example. This Madden kid with a couple of goals today. As soon as that first goal was in, the match was over. So Leicester gets their first win of the season, Adelia. First win of many? No, probably not.
Probably not.
No.
The way things have gone so far this year. Probably
Well, they
not.
get to play Forest again.
They do get to play Forest again. They get to play Wolves. I don't know if they've played Wolves yet.
Oh my gosh. But it does move them up to 4 points, and now it puts a few teams. There's a few teams in that 7 range and stuff like that. So teams like West End, Southampton's there. Crystal Palace is there now.
Crystal Palace, I think, still has a game in hand that didn't get played.
Right. Yeah, they're one of the 7s. I think Chelsea, Brighton, another team at
And
7. I think Liverpool as well.
Leeds, too.
Oh, yeah, Leeds. Beat us.
And Man United.
Yeah, maybe Man United could ask for clemency. Just as if they don't. Do we have to do this? Come on, guys. And that's ridiculous. Why? How do you not put out Ronaldo at some point? Have some pride.
So stupid.
You're down 4-0 at the break.
Yeah.
What are you doing? He's old.
Protecting his legacy.
Protecting his legacy. His legacy.
So stupid.
Bah. No wonder he just wants to get out of there as soon as he can. Can't blame the guy. Though I am glad to see him suffer a little bit. I have no problem with that. Anyways, that's it for the week. So Arsenal, still up top. Yep. 21 points through 8 games. Only dropped 3 points all year.
Yep. It's a very much better start than last year, and I'm very happy with it.
Oh, yeah. Well, 3 losses out of the gate last year. What are you going to do? City's right there. Tottenham's hanging around. We're hanging around. Just because Chelsea got off to a slow start. We'll see. Brighton's up there. Brighton's got 14 points this year. Chelsea back into European position in 5th, and then we got Man U, and that's going to plummet. That will plummet. Newcastle look good, but you can't trust that. Without 10 guys, they're going to keep up 4-1 wins.
Speaking of Newcastle, real quick, that goal by Miguel Almiron, my candidate for goal of the season so far.
Ooh, hot take. I'm going to break that down. Almiron goal.
So far, that's my goal of the season. That was amazing.
For Adelia's goal of the year. GOTY. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. I thought it was a hell of a shot. There's There's been a few nice goals this year. Uh, I don't know if I would make that my favorite, but we're only 8 matches in. Some say
Yeah,
7. Chelsea's only played 7. Maybe we got the best goals of the year in our next game. Maybe it's because we have to miss a game. We could have had the best goals of the year. What do you think, Adelia?
could be.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that's right. I'm not a maniac. Come on. How dare you? Uh, Great. Let's guys. Let's skip ahead to the far future. Next week, this coming week, I guess. This is as we record on Monday. Let's take a look. Let's get some picks. We've been out of this for a bit. Last time out, Delia got your first win of the season. I cried myself to sleep that night. I hope you know.
Okay.
My run at the top shattered and broken. So I'll put your name on the thing here first this week. That's the kind of honors you get. But
Okay.
you have to come up with a winner or a draw between Bournemouth and the good old Leicester Foxes. An absolute cracker of a matchup.
Oh yeah, I'm so looking forward to this match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna go Bournemouth.
She's going to take Bournemouth at home. I'm going to take a draw. I don't see anybody even scoring that game. Now, the next game. The triumphant return of Diego Costa to Stamford Bridge. Holy ground. A place we once thought of him as a king among men. But I do think that Chelsea's going to kick the living shit out of the Wolves. What do you think?
I agree.
All right.
I mean,
Chelsea.
Wolves don't even really have a new manager to have that new manager bounce.
No, well, turns out not all of us get that.
Yeah.
Turns out, but we did win this time. Just we drew some ridiculous team from Croatia. Uh, Next. Now this one should be a tight, fierce matchup. We got the stumbling Manchester City up against Southampton.
I think I'm gonna go with Man City.
Hmm, a bold choice, but I'd like it. I'm gonna agree with you. We should almost have a point spread on that. Now, this one is actually interesting. Newcastle and Brentford. Brentford lately can't seem to put the ball in the net. Newcastle has been playing pretty well.
It's at Newcastle, right?
That's right.
I'm gonna go Newcastle at home then.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't trust Brentford to score a goal, especially on the road. So I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to go Newcastle as well. This, I think should be the highlighted match of the week, just for
Okay.
the teams that we don't follow. It's going to be Brighton versus Spurs.
Oh, you're gonna make me watch Tottenham. Okay.
Yes, well, I'm going to make you watch Tottenham play on the road at Brighton. I think I'm going to take Brighton to win this game. I think the Spurs just give up too many goals. They're bleeding them. What do you think?
It's true.
They're a false third.
I'm gonna agree with you on that.
Ooh, I like it. I think I'm taking a chance on that one, but I like our Moxie. Crystal Palace and Leeds to start a Sunday.
Palace.
Palace at home. I'm gonna take the draw. I'm gonna take the draw on that one. And in a battle of the Hamptons, we got West Ham versus Fulham.
I'll take a draw on that one.
Nice. Does Fulham come back swinging? In a derby matchup, I am going to take Fulham on the road. I'm taking Fulham on the road. Here's one that you might be interested in. We got Arsenal Liverpool. I don't know if you're going to pay attention to this one at all.
I
But
just might.
okay.
I'm gonna go with Arsenal, just given the way Arsenal is playing and the way Liverpool is playing. It's at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Arsenal.
Yeah, I think that's an easy pick. It's in the run of play, just how well Arsenal just attacks, and that Liverpool defense is garbage. Garbage.
Not great.
No, it's frigging not. Here's one. This one is an interesting match. If you don't really want to watch Brighton Spurs, we could always watch Everton Manchester United.
I'd rather watch Brighton Spurs. Brighton's at least interesting to watch.
That's true.
I am gonna go Man United in this one.
Okay.
The last time they had a pretty embarrassing big defeat, they rebounded nicely the next game, so I think they'll probably do that here.
Has Everton found a solid rate of play here, though, and at home? So their home is Liverpool. Can the Merseyside get it done? I'm going to take Everton. I will probably eat my goddamn words on that one. And then, for some reason, they're sticking Forest on a Monday again. This time in a humdinger of a matchup with Steven Gerrard's Villa side.
I'm gonna go for a draw.
Nice. Nicely done. I'm gonna pick Villa just because if I pick Villa, they'll probably lose, and I'd rather see them lose.
Okay.
And that's it, guys. We got it all figured out. Please do not place bets on this. If you do not blame us. Blame Ferris or somebody. He'll probably take the blame for it.
That works for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to place bets on it. I do this for fun. Could you imagine if I placed bets on this?
No.
I'd be homeless. It's like, oh, I'll just spend. Chelsea and Leeds. Oh, would you guys take my house? Chelsea wins. Oh, they lost. Great. Homeless. I'd be homeless. But these things happen. That's why I'm not a gambler. Adelia, we spent 9 hours talking to each other on Saturday.
We did.
Have they taken that thing down from the internet yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Guys, if you ever want to, if you guys have never watched the Schmodown before, why don't you watch the final Schmodown with us right here on the Let's Get Ready Network? 9 hours of coverage. All day.
Yeah, 9 hours, 11 minutes, and 59 seconds, I believe is the exact time of that stream, which is insane. I've never been on camera so much in my life. And
to be fair, you were on every single second? Maybe a couple of minutes you were off.
Pretty close to it, yeah.
I was forced out with what I don't even know how many minutes left, 20 minutes. And I wasn't there for the first 5, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable feat of endurance by Adelia Chamberlain, everybody. You can find that here on the Let's Get Ready Network. Live and in living color, unless you have a black and white computer monitor, which is what's going on here. Come on.
It'd be a little strange.
It's 2022, for goodness sakes. We get it. You're kitschy. You're kitschy. With your rabbit ears and your laptop. Not me. I got color.
Yeah. Anyways, that's on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Let's Get Ready Network. We'll take you to that. And we've got a bunch of other stuff coming up this week. Entertainment news break on Tuesday. And yeah, Snark, what you got going on? Anything you want to plug?
Well, we got Snark show on the weekends here with Danny. We took the week off because It was a goddamn nightmare on Sunday after Saturday. Oh my god. Yes, yes. But we will be back talking with patrons. Sometimes we'll talk with associates. Mostly patrons though. So I believe we'll be talking to maybe one of the first patrons of this very Patreon itself. But we'll see. You never know. Things can happen by then. Maybe they don't want to show up for whatever reason. Anyways, we got that. Guys, also don't forget, check out the LGR merch store. Here that there's starting 11 stuff on there. So if you got like a wedding to go to or a funeral that you're taking part of, there's nothing better to get married in or buried in. And that's my guarantee.
LGR Merch Store is at store.letsgetreadynetwork.com. You can also go to letsgetreadynetwork.com, which is going to find links to all of our video episodes of our shows. And we have on there the Schmodown Reflection series that we did where we asked, I think it ended up being something like 40 competitors and managers to share their thoughts in their own words on the Schmodown ending. And so if you are interested in that, that is there for you on Let's Get Ready Network.com. As for the Patreon, you can join at patreon.com/LGR Network. You can watch the video versions of these episodes if you're a patron. So thank you to those of you who are watching. And thank you to those of you who are listening to this as well. Please like and rate and comment if you're able to. And we appreciate you guys listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye bye.